Hello and welcome to episode number 16 of Going Life's Longevity Weekly with me, Chris Kerwin. This is a show where I bring you all the news and updates from the world of longevity and ageing research. So today we'll be looking at the fish that gets younger with age, my chat with Dr. Peter Schnohr, co-founder of the Copenhagen City Heart Study, and also some of our favourite sci-fi films. So without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, different species age at different rates. Some animals live what seems to be an absurdly short life. A species of mayfly, for instance, only lives for about a day in its full adult form, whereas creatures such as Harriet, the longest-lived Galapagos tortoise, live to an age of 176 years old. Yet even Harriet's ability to stave off the years pales in comparison to some organisms. The hydra is a very simple freshwater species. They're only about a centimetre long and first came to the attention of scientists for their remarkable powers of regeneration. If you chop off a bit of a hydra, you end up with two hydra. The hydra that you started with, and the little piece you chopped off will grow into an entirely new individual. Now, upon further inspection, it was also found that these organisms did not seem to age at all. They are said to have negligible senescence. In other words, their chance of dying does not increase as they grow chronologically older. In a study recently published in Nature, researchers have discovered that big-mouthed buffalofish, a species of freshwater bony fish, far larger and more complex than the hydra, share this same property. Now, the aim of the investigation was to explore the potential relationship between age and multiple physiological systems, including telomere length, stress levels and immune function, in individuals ranging in age from 2 to 99 years old. Now, the research found that when they compared the old fish to the young fish, there was no evidence of age-related decline in these physiological systems. Not only were the older fish just as healthy as the younger counterparts, but they were objectively healthier, appearing less stressed and possessing a more functional immune system. Further research into the mechanics which bestow this incredible ability to resist age will help expand our understanding of the fundamentals of the aging process and will hopefully lead to us someday being able to recreate this phenomenon in humans. Now, secondly, earlier this week I had the absolute pleasure of being joined by Dr. Peter Schnohr for episode number 8 of the Our Longevity Futures show. Peter is a medical doctor from Copenhagen in Denmark. He is also the co-founder of the Copenhagen City Heart Study, a large population study consisting of about 20,000 men and women that was launched in 1975 to focus on a wide variety of aspects of human health. So here's a short snippet from our talk. Can you extrapolate this finding to other forms of exercise as well? Because obviously this was quite centered around jogging, but you mentioned cycling, rowing. Would the same apply to those sort of activities?
I can only say we looked into 8 different sports to see if there was differences in life expectancy gainings. And number 1 was tennis. They gained 9.7 years if they did this tennis 10 years and so on. Badminton came after that, 6.2, cycling 4.7, swimming 3.7, jogging 3.7. So we found out that we invest 1, 2, 3 hours a week on different sports, and you get really differences in longevity.
So thanks again to Peter for that. In our full talk, we delve a little bit deeper into the Copenhagen City Heart Study and the research that came out of it. So I'll be uploading that in the next few days, so keep your eyes peeled. And finally, we compiled a list of our favourite ever sci-fi movies to hit the big screen. At number 10 on the list is Sunshine. Set in 2053, the sun is dying and Earth is freezing. A crew of astronauts are sent to the sun to restart it using a nuclear bomb, but decide to make a detour to commandeer the previous ship to make the attempt, the fate of which was unknown. Sunshine attempts to ask the question, are humans, with our propensity for error, justified in meddling with the course of the universe? At number 4 is Logan's Run. In the year 2274, all aspects of life are taken care of by a computer. To prevent overpopulation, everyone from truth and seek to avoid this fate are known as runners. Logan, the main protagonist, is a member of the Sandmen, a police force that hunts down these runners. But what happens when Logan switches sides? and decides to run himself. And going back even further into the archives, at number 2 is Fantastic Voyage. A brilliant scientist develops a way to shrink humans and other objects for brief periods of time. Filmed in 1966, this cinematic classic was famous for its special effects depicting a scientist travelling through the human body in a bid to dislodge a blood clot. In what turns out to be a fairly anatomically correct journey, the crew are on a race against time to get out before they return to normal size. Now, to check out the full list and what's at that number 1 spot, I'll leave a link to the article in the description below. So that is it for another week of Longevity Weekly. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to find out any more about the things that we talked about today, I'll leave the links in the description below. Also visit the Going Life website to check out articles such as 30 things that we learned in the month of April and what is insulin resistance. So go and check them out. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you very much. Goodbye.